In the year of 1997, Condor Games approached Blizzard Entertainment with a groundbreaking idea. A clay-animated turn-based game with the rolling title, Diablo. Blizzard was hooked on the idea, but made a couple changes to it. Instead of a turn-based combat system, they replaced it with real-time. Also, instead of clay-animated guys, they made it so that they used sprites. So, Davidson, Blizzard's parent company, or known as Activision today, took Condor Games and bought it and changed it, which is later known as Blizzard North. Before we get into gameplay, I want to talk about the story. If you don't want to hear the story, I'll give you 10 seconds to skip to this part. Alright, with the story. So you're King Eric's eldest son, Aiden, riding into the town of Tristram after his death of going insane after your little brother, Albrecht, being kidnapped. So as you go through the town, you've been told that he's been kidnapped and stuff. So you decide to go into the dungeon and you fight endless hordes of demons and the undead. Eventually you fight King Lyric himself. After you defeat your father and stuff, you go through the underworld itself, and eventually you find Diablo. After defeating Diablo, he turns apparently human, and you realize that's your little brother. And Aiden goes insane and decides to stab the crystal into his head. And some urge to go east had him for a hope of salvation from a crystal. And that's where the story ends. Let's get into the gameplay. Right, here's the single player menu, and here are all the other characters I have. You go to new character, there's 3 different classes: warrior, rogue, and sorcerer. Afterwards, you enter in your username, and then you get a loading screen. When you come into town, you're probably like, well, what am I supposed to do? There's no tutorial how to play. It's a click game. What else? And you would want to go up to here.
Thank goodness you've returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves, or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
You're probably wondering, well, now where do we go? We go downtown. Also, Diablo's controls is pretty much all clicking based. So you pretty much click on stuff to pick them up, click on stuff to attack, you click on stuff to open them. So yeah. You don't use your special ability, right click. Also, there's random
Please,
size
listen to me.
but I'm not gonna really
The
play
Archbishop
with
Lazarus. He led us down here.
This is the butcher class. Alright, so you go into the cathedral, right? So you're like, yeah, this is gonna be a ticket.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Hit them. Oh, look. Skeleton. You go down with no fear, you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna get hit, and boom, boom. You see how straight crap. What am I supposed to do? And look at that hot bar. You see these 2 potions? So yeah, you're picking up random stuff. Well, what am I supposed to do now? Well, keep fighting these guys, and eventually you'll level up. I'll explain what that does later. So, you see I'm killing all these guys. And you're like, okay, we might as well switch the weapons, and you switch it to a club. And right there that you saw was the inventory screen. So it's not just you and your shield beating up everybody like balls. So we're gonna skip over here just to speed it up a bit, killing some more guys, and of course looting, and killing some more skeletons, their gold and stuff, just to buy items in town. So afterwards, you can go over here to dead end, and if you don't know where to go, you press tab. So over here, I'm looking at my XP thing for when I next level up. And after I kill all these guys, I shall level up right now. Here in the level up screen, it also shows you to notify if you're level up. You can select any of brute. And strength is for how much damage you deal. Also, this is a shrine. There can be evil shrines and bad. There could be good shrines or bad shrines, practically. As I was trying to explain earlier, also in the picture you see Diablo, the Dark Lord of Terror himself, and there's a certain mage fighting him. So anyways, I was trying to talk about attributes. Attributes, which is you saw when you level up, is pretty much of like, it makes your guy stronger and improve. You get 5 new attribute points every time you level up. Strength is for how much damage you deal. Dexterity is pretty much how fast you move, and and also increases your accuracy when you're using ranged weapons. Vitality is increasing your life, and intelligence, or I think it's mana, or something like that, increases, well, your mana. And in this picture, you see the guy, it has a whole bunch of mana potions in his bar, trying to fight the Lord of Terror himself. I have 2 more things to mention before I like to end this video. Diablo, which makes it a gripping, dark atmosphere, would be its music. When you're in the catacombs, you get this, you hear these ghost children laughing in the background. And you're like, what the heck? And imagine hearing that in the middle of the night, in the pure darkness, just playing this game. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be creepy to you? Another thing is spellbooks. I didn't show that in the gameplay because I couldn't find any, and I didn't want to make the gameplay too long, or else it'll take up too much space. So, spellbooks, depending on what level and how much mana it is, like, the more higher your intelligence is, the more books that you can read to learn spells. And let's say you wanted to have Fireball. It usually costs like 10 intelligence. You use that, and boom, you can cast fireballs. If you want lightning, it probably costs like 20 intelligence. You want to put your attributes into that, and boom, you know how to do lightning. You can shock people all over the place. Oh no, this game is a 10 out of 10.